All right, we have a special treat today. Our very own Melissa Crist is going to share with us, and she had a really delightful experience recently that she's going to tell about. It's called I Saw God the Other Day. So go ahead, Melissa.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. I am always so grateful to be able to spend time with all of you. Unity 5 Cities has such a special place in my heart. It's where I discovered my connection to truth, where I discovered my true soul family and my connection to spirit. And being able to come and rejoin in this way is beautiful across the country. And I just wanted to start with that expression of gratitude because you all are such beautiful, shining expressions of love. And so I love seeing you. And everything that has been shared already this morning is so perfect and is exactly what I came to share about. So my talk title is I Saw God the Other Day. But spoiler alert, I'm seeing God right now. I'm seeing God right now. And so are you. And I know that I was just spotlighted, but when I'm done talking and when we have the opportunity, this is the chance for us to pause and to look at every single one of our brothers and sisters here with us in this moment by divine appointment, seeing that reflection of love that is you and that is them. So yeah, I saw God the other day, but I'm seeing God always. God is the beautiful, magnificent spark of life that is in everything. That is the life force that breathes you and that you breathe out into the world. We spend so much of our human existence preoccupied with things that pull us away from the recognition of that magnificence that is present always, that is available to us in the simplest of ways. And one of the most beautiful ways that we feel this and that we take so for granted is our breath. Our breath is our connection to the in and out, to the flow, to the ebb of all that is. And even when we are not consciously bringing our attention to it, it is endless. It continues without your focus, without your conscious attention, and yet it is still always breathing through and as you. And this is the same relationship that we have with God, that we have with ourself. It is constantly around us and within us. But until we bring our conscious attention to it, it's just on autopilot in the background. And it's always coming up to us saying, do you see me? Do you hear me? Are you listening? Are you paying attention? And sometimes we say yes. And those are the moments that you feel so deeply in your heart and in your being. When you say yes, I am fully present in this moment. I see you. I feel you. I embrace you. And I am ready and willing to share this reflection with every single person, thing, and situation that I encounter. The unity principle for today is beyond perfect. It's beyond perfect because we hear these beautiful expressions of truth and we take a pause for a moment. We say, yes, I felt that. I know that. And then there goes the refrigerator deciding that it's time to stop working. And suddenly we forget. Suddenly we're in the throes of a tantrum that is really the most ridiculous thing possible. And in this tantrum, we say no to that connection. We say no to feeling how perfect the moment is. And so the practice, the setting of the intention, moment by moment. I have been moving into this direct experience of being in the flow, of being in the connection with spirit for the last several months. And there are often not words to share that expresses how easy this is, how simple it is to allow yourself to just melt into the flow of love. But before it gets easy, we have to make this commitment to ourselves that above all else, I desire to know, to feel, to experience, to understand this connection with love, with God, with all that I am and with all that is. And so our guides, our angels, Holy Spirit, our higher self, all throughout the day sends us reminders and sends us messages and sends us these little signals to say, hey, are you listening? Are you paying attention? And I know you see them. I know you see them. When you see those synchronistic angel numbers in repetition, the 1111s, the 22s, the 5s, the 4s, whatever numbers you're seeing, and you say, oh, I see it. But do you actually pause? Do you actually take that moment to say, wow, I'm receiving a message. I am connected to the everything that sent this impulse of energy through my clock to send up these numbers to me in this instant. So I would actually take a moment to say, life is breathing through me. I am love in this moment. And so I invite you specifically with these synchronicities in our experience. Have they been happening more frequently for you? Have you been noticing that they're seemingly occurring constantly? Yes, they're increasing because your desire for the connection of the truth is increasing. It is becoming increasingly more difficult to spend time not in truth, to spend time in fear, to spend time in a reflection that is not in alignment with who I am. You cannot tolerate it anymore. You are allowing truth to come in. And in those instances where you are feeling that you are frustrated and angry and you don't want these things to be happening in the world, it's because you're ready to let them go, and we can rejoice at that. Those strong emotions are arising so you can say, yes, we are done with this. We are ready for the new. We are ready for life to live us, for us to accept the bounty, the beauty, the abundance that is around us. So as you see these synchronicities, I want you to pause. I want you to take a deep breath when you see them. and to not just disregard them as a fun coincidence. Let go of the word coincidence and replace it with confirmation. This is the universe confirming that you are doing what you are meant to be doing, that you are in connection with who you truly are, that you do have everything that you need within you to serve, to love, and to have the perfect words to share with whoever you encounter. When those birds come and sit on your patio or on your fence, and they are showing off their beautiful wings, pause and say, I see you, God. I see you, God. Thank you for reminding me to dust my wings off, to let them flap in the wind, to feel the freedom and the strength that resides within me. It need not be a pause that tears you away from what you were already engaged in. It can be subtle. Your awareness can remain on this connection of truth, even while you are engaged in your day-to-day work-life experiences. Even when you're cleaning up the dog crap, even when you're pulling the weeds, even when you're cleaning up that mess that you may have thrown up your hands in frustration that you dropped that bowl. All of those moments, you can feel the love. You can recognize that this is a unique experience of God cleaning up the glass shards. This is a unique experience that has never happened before and will never happen again. And I'm willing to pause and revel in that, and to really allow myself to feel, even if it's a feeling that maybe feels a little bit less than loving, because they are meant to be expressed. Have you taken the moment? I'm hearing no, so we're gonna do it right now. Have you taken a moment to let the enormity of how many people, circumstances, and random events had to occur for your birth on this planet at the time that you were born? For all of the millions of people that had to live and cry and meet each other and fight and disagree to find common ground in order to join together so that your experience in this moment is happening. That your life and your existence in this instant is a miracle. It's the biggest miracle of all. Did you hear me? Some of you did not hear me. You are the biggest miracle of all. Don't fight it. This is God telling you that you are a miracle. You might have had a lot of time in your life where you were told otherwise. When the world told us that we were accidents and mistakes, and this is just some seemingly random occurrence in the universe that has no meaning and is devoid of anything. Like, you know what? It's time to stop listening to that. It's time to say, I appreciate you sharing your perspective, but it's not for me anymore. That's not who I am. And I am not going to let you define my experience here as the miraculous child of God that I am. Being here together in this instant in time is a miracle beyond all miracles. We are allowing the expression of all that is to truly be seen, heard, expressed, felt, and shared in ways that we may not have ever allowed ourselves to do it in all of the eons of lifetimes that we have decided I want to be a human. But now we are saying yes. Now we are allowing our soul, our truth, that radiant being of light to step forward and say, I'm ready to come play. I'm ready to come play. It doesn't need to be so serious. It doesn't need to be so heavy all the time. We have experienced so much of the dualistic, human extension of what is not God. We wanted to experience what is not union, what is not unlimited love. And I think we've had just about enough of that, haven't we? I think we've had just about enough of exploring what is not God, and I'm ready to know fully what is God. And I have another spoiler for you. It's not something you need to go out in search of. It is right here. Right here. It is closer than anything that has ever been near you, because it is in literally every cell of your body. It is in every molecule of air that you breathe. It is in every atom, every cloud, every pet, every person, every plant, every grain of sand. It is all around you and all within you. And when you are ready, all you need to do is look in the mirror and say, "Hi, God. It's been a while. I'm ready to talk again." All it takes is a little bit of willingness. And the more that you declare your willingness, the more that you become consistent in asking to connect with the truth, the more that you feel it in every instant. Every time you walk through a door or a threshold of a door, have the idea that I am walking into more of who I am. I am stepping into more of my connection with God. I am stepping into an experience of unconditional love. I know we walk through a lot of doors every day. Could you imagine if you really did this every time you walked through a door? How much love you would feel. How certain you would be in knowing you are always where you were meant to be. Everything that is happening is exactly what is meant to be happening because it's happening. The people in my life are the exact right people to reflect the truth to who I am and to reflect the things that I am ready to let go of.
That's right.
They are serving me and I am serving them in perfect union, in perfect grace, and in perfect love. Yes, we yawn and we release all of that. So I want to leave you with what is one of my favorite songs. It's called I Saw God the Other Day. And so I hope that you can rejoice and allow this message of fun, joy, and beauty to resonate through you.
I saw God the other day. I saw God the other day.
Now, I'm going to tell you a story, and this one you can repeat. I saw God the other day, just walking down the street. And he said, I have something I want to tell you, something I've been dying to say.
You've been waiting for my return. The truth, I never went away.
I don't care if you believe me at all. I know who I saw, and it was God.
So I said, hold on just a minute. How do I know it's really you? Well, she gave me a simple answer. She said,
You don't, unless you do.
wait a minute. I don't quite understand all this. Tell me, what do you want with me? I'm not even a religious kind of person. And he said,
You don't have to be.
well, I don't know if I'm the right one to talk to. You know, a few of my puzzle pieces are missing. And she said,
I speak to everyone, but not everyone chooses to listen.
well, then tell me how to treat my enemies. I mean, the people I despise. And he said,
The answer will be clear when you see me in their eyes.
I don't care if you believe me at all. I know who I saw, and it was God. I saw God the other day. She looked like you, he looked like me. I saw God the other day. She looked like you, he looked like me.
well, I spoke to God that day. You spoke to him too. And he said, of all the miracles ever created, the grandest one is you. Now that you've told me all this, can you tell me, what am I supposed to do? And she said,
You may think it's up to me, but it's really up to you.
well, now my eyes are open, and I can clearly see that all the things I paid for in life, I could have gotten for free. Now, I'm going to share with you her parting words that day. You might want to think this one through. She said, if I only had one son, then tell me, who are you? Who? Yeah. Who are you? Who? Come on, y'all.
I saw God the other day. She looked like you, he looked like me. I saw God the other day. She looked like you, he looked like me. She looked like you, he looked like me. She looked like you, he looked like me. She looked like you, he looked like me.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Love you all. Remember to see the God in you and the God in all of your brothers and sisters. Actually, if we could take a quick second, I'm not sure if you guys have to do it or if I have to, if we could put it in gallery view so you can see everybody that's here present, maybe unspotlight me is the way to do it. And just take a quick moment to see God staring back at you with all of our beautiful brothers and sisters here in this moment. The divinity in me honors the divinity in you. I love you. Namaste.